You know I came through. You know I came through. You know I came through with the fuego. You know I came through. Hey, you know I came through. You know I came through with the fuego. You know I came through. Hey, you know I came through. Nowadays, I cannot lay low. I cannot lay low. Yeah, I cannot lay low. You know I came through.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Back with another video, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about this new series that I'm going to be coming out with. And obviously, as you can tell by the program I'm in the title, I'm going to be doing a little series, and if not, just random things on my channel with the Logic Pro X. I really love this software, and I kind of want to show people how they can make music if they are trying to. Because a lot of people are asking me how to make high quality music and how I do it. And this is actually a track that is unreleased from my new album coming out, but this is a feature from a buddy, and he had sent it from Garageband, and I uploaded it into Logic Pro X. So you guys can use Garageband as a free alternative if you don't want to go out and spend that $200 on the Logic Pro X. So pretty much all the plugins that I'm going to be showing you and all the effects, they will be able to use in GarageBand and Logic Pro. There might be a couple differences in Logic Pro, but there's not going to be a lot of differences. So first, I just want to show you guys really how to do this for pretty much free. If you don't want to buy Logic Pro X, like I said, you can use GarageBand, and that's a free program if you have a MacBook. And all I did was I bought a Yeti microphone, which I bought the Yeti Nano. I think it was like around $100. And it's a really good microphone, and you can record like literally professional sounding music. And that's a pretty cheap price compared to some of the other microphones out there. There's people that spend thousands of dollars on microphone equipment. And I do all this from my computer, and all I have is Logic Pro X. So enough of the talking. I just want to show you guys, these are just some of the effects that I have. And since in this song there is a lot of Post Malone presets that we have, I'm going to show you guys pretty much how to sound like Post Malone. I guess take it with a grain of salt, because you have to sing well to be, or sound like him to really actually sound like Post Malone, obviously. But these are the exact vocal presets that he uses. And I wouldn't be surprised if he used a program like this with these exact plugins. But I don't know 100%. All I know is that this sounds almost identical to the sound that he uses. So I'm just going to play this real quick so you guys can hear it. And then, yeah.
Spending way too much time alone. You've been drinking, absolutely living now. I've been thinking of something in life is missing. I got my head in my business, but my body's moving slow.
Cautious, she got me moving so cautious. The back of my mind, I'm exhausted. Stay young and stay reckless, stay bossing. Cautious, look at my drip like a faucet. She always be moving so gorgeous, and that's why I gotta stay cautious. About to turn into a mosh pit. I got what you got, and that's not shit. Tiptoe in the zone like I'm Hopkins. Shout out to my mom's my brother. They always be keeping me humble. Get back to the trap, and the fact of the matter is that you cannot like hustle.
Alright, so as you can see, that was really good quality. And he had recorded that. I don't know what he used. I'm sure he used some type of microphone. But I think it's pretty cool, the fact that he could send me over a file like that. And it's still that high quality, and that I could edit it. But first of all, as you can see right here, it says bright vocal, which if you go over in voice, right there is bright vocal. So it's one of those default effects for your voice that he was using initially. And then I went over and I applied the Post Malone lead, which it says alternative there, but sometimes it messes up which it's actually the lead, not the alternative. So what I did was, that's just a preset. I bought it at one point, and then over time I've kind of added things to it to fit my vocal preference. So really, I'm going to show you guys these plugins that you need. If you can see it right here, these are the essentials that you need. And I'm going to take a quick moment to show you guys the settings inside of it. The only thing is, it's just really tough to show you guys and keep the video kind of short. So I will be putting the Post Malone lead vocal and the package available for download for free. You know, I was thinking about charging for these just because it spent hours on end, like messing with them, trying to find the right sound. But I'm going to give this first one for free. And honestly, I might just give all of them for free. I haven't really decided yet. I probably end up doing that. But okay, so first of all, right here, and I should stop saying first of all, by the way. You guys need channel EQ, the compressor, pedal board, channel EQ again, pitch correction, space designer, echo, and simple delay, I think. Simple daily or something, whatever it is. So let's go in this and show you guys these ratios. And this is exactly what it needs to look like. So let's make sure. Okay, that's Post Malone backup. Let's go to the lead. I mean, they really are the exact same thing. So yeah, this is the Post Malone lead. Go to the channel EQ, and this is what it's supposed to look like for the first channel EQ. So go ahead and pause the screen if you want to look at that and take it down. And then let's move on to the next one. So let's go to the compressor. And this is what you want. Live vocal, studio FET. You want it to be on negative 1.2 dB. The distortion off. The output gain at plus 3.5 dB. The mix at output 100%. Yeah, and I'm not going to go through the rest of these. Just make sure all the settings right here are exactly the same on your end. Okay, let's go to the next compressor. And this is what it should look like. It's a little bit different than the other one, as you can see. This one is the vintage opto. So go ahead and pause your screen, find that one out. If you want to take it down, take a screenshot. Then pedal board. Let's go to pedal board. So this, you know, I'm not really too sure how to use this. This was on the initial download that I had, but I mean, this is pretty much all there is to it. This is just on the basic one, the squash compressor, and just make sure that they're like that. The attack fast and then the attack slow. And then next, the channel EQ again. And just this little part right here is what you're going to need for this. All right, and pitch correction. Now, this is just the basic pitch correction that comes with Logic Pro, which is a little bit different from Garageband. So that's where the differences are going to come into play. Basically, they sound the exact same, but pretty much you have to find the right key of what you're singing. So it's never really a given. I can't tell you to put your song in C minor because it's just the way you're singing. You're going to have to figure out the key of your vocals or whoever's singing. So to mess with that. But just know right here, the auto-tune is all the way on fast and it's all the way up. I keep the detune at 50. So let's go down to echo and make sure the color is at 17, dry at 100%, wet at 10%, feedback 30%, and then 1/4 dotted. then Space Designer. I believe that's what this is. Okay. So you're going to have 2.6S vocal plate. Come down here, the wet, negative 16.5 dB, and you can kind of mess with that. That has to do with some of the reverb. So you guys can do whatever you prefer on that. But that's kind of just what I prefer. And then dry at 0, high speed 100%, low spread 60%. X over is 710 hertz. And then the size right here is 100%. The length 2.59 seconds. And the pre-delay is 0 ms. All right. So, and then this right over here, this is the master track, which should show up next to it. And the channel EQ for that one is, looks like it's not even really anything. So don't worry about that. So then now let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys my rap vocal that I use. So then it's different from the Post Malone, but it still sounds really good.
Who is that with Chanel and all them tats? Girl so fine, I wrote a rhyme about her. Well, she throw it back. I'm not even trying to act. Blunt is really tightly wrapped. I was gone and G-Shock caught, and then I had to bring it back. Yeah, cautious. I'm fucked up, you know it. Feeling nauseous. I don't know what time went. And my father been through enough shit. And regardless, you know that I am the hardest. Yeah.
All right, so you heard kind of that vocal right there, and then it went back to the Post Malone lead. But that vocal is actually really strong for just straight rapping, because you can edit the autotune. If you don't like autotune or you don't like a lot of it, you can actually edit that really easily. So first of all, on the rap vocal, I'm going to make another video about this, just because this is for the Post Malone vocals, and I don't want to take too much time for this video on that. So let's go to the Post Malone backup. Let me show you the settings for this. These are pretty much all the same settings as before. If you have to look at them, just go ahead and look at a screenshot or just pause the video. But let's get into the first one for the channel EQ. So this is what you're going to want to have. Pretty basic, like we were doing the first time. Then let's go into the compressor. And then this one, the vintage opto. Make sure all these settings match for the backup vocal. These are all different from the lead, obviously. Let's go to pedal board. And I'm pretty sure this is the exact same. The fast and then the slow. Channel EQ. This one, very simple, not too much to worry about here. Just make sure that it's about the same place there again. Okay, let's go down to pitch correction. And like I said, you're going to have to figure out the key that you want to use. This one is just chromatic, which is kind of just the basic one that they give you. And chromatic, you know, it's okay to use for background vocals. You really want to find the pitch still. But right now I'm using it because since it is just a backup vocal, these vocals do have the correct pitch. So let's go to Space Designer. You want clean room. Negative 14.5 wet. Negative 2.0 dB dry. High speed 100%, low spread 30%, X over 16.0, size 130%, length 2.96 seconds, and pre-delay 0 ms. Okay, now let's go to echo. 1/4 dotted, 30%, feedback, dry 80%, wet 10%, and then color 17. Now lastly, come to the delay, the sample delay, 0%, 762, and then samples. So as you guys can see there, Let me go ahead and solo track this so you guys can really hear it.
Cautious, yeah. She got me moving so cautious. I'm exhausted. Stay bossing. Look at my drip like a faucet. Gorgeous.
And obviously, as you can see, it's, it sounds really weird when it's not, or when it's solo. So let me go ahead and play it in real time.
Cautious, she got me moving so cautious. The back of my mind, I'm exhausted. Stay young and stay reckless, stay bossing. Cautious. Look at my drip like a faucet. She always be moving so gorgeous, and that's why I gotta stay cautious. About to turn into a mosh pit. I got what you got, and that's not shit. Tiptoeing the zone like I'm Hopkins. Brother, humble. The fact of the matter is that you cannot like hustle.
Alright, so you guys see that. It pretty much, like, it is huge to have backup vocals. It really is, like, it adds so much to it. So, for another video, I'm going to show you guys the ad-lib that I used for this, which is the Quavo ad-lib, because Post Malone doesn't really have an ad-lib. You can use his alternate or his harmonize, but mostly I use the Quavo ad-lib when I do it. So let me go ahead and play you the full song here to finish out the video. This has my verse at the end too. So yeah, let's go for it.
I've been spending way too much time alone. She's been drinking, helps her with living now. I've been thinking it's something in life is missing. I got my head in my business, but my body's moving slow.
Cautious, she got me moving so cautious. The back of my mind, I'm exhausted. Stay young and stay reckless, stay bossing. Cautious. Look at my drip like a faucet. She always be moving so gorgeous, and that's why I gotta stay cautious. About to turn into a mosh pit. I got what you got, and that's not shit. Tiptoeing the zone like I'm Hopkins. Shout out to my mom's my brother. They always be keeping me humble. Get back to the trap, and the fact of the matter is that you cannot like hustle. Who is that? With Chanel and all them tags. Girl so fine, I wrote a rhyme about that. Well, she throw it back. I'm not even trying to act. Blunt is really tightly wrapped till I was gone in G-Shock card, and then I had to bring it back. Yeah, cautious. I'm fucked up, you know it. Feeling nauseous. I don't know what time went. And my father been through enough shit. And regardless, you know that I am the hardest. Yeah.
I've been spending way too much time alone. She's been drinking, helps her with living now. I've been thinking it's something in life is missing. I got my head in my business, but my body's moving slow.
Another wasted night fighting, and we got more to do. Nothing's tasting quite right since I fell in love with you. And these drugs, they stop helping because I overused. I'm overused, it's overdue, I'm over you. Cautious, she got me moving so cautious. The back of my mind, I'm exhausted. Stay young and stay reckless, stay bossing. Cautious, look at my drip like a faucet. She always be moving so gorgeous, and that's why I gotta stay cautious.
Had a caller cruising, running this rap life is a doozy. I know everybody wants to hate, but I had to go and prove me. I just abuse a little sleep and screw everybody that knew me.
Yeah, taking off like a rocket ship. I know I'm popping quick, but you know there's no stopping it. I make a chick pop, lock, drop and quit. I'm just an exotic kid. I'm massacring all of you are watching it. Hey, Koozie and me since day one. I swear I've been killing since phase one. If you diss me, I'll have to erase one. I'll be catching bodies like I traced one. Go ahead and call me when the day's done. Fake homies trying to replace real ones. I remember my mama calling me when the meal's done. I told my dogs call me when the deal's done. Highlight reels off the chain cause my feel's done. I don't feel no pain anymore to be 100. I'm tired of rapping about how my wrist is flooded.
I tell her with the foreign, yeah, she about it. All I do is make a fortune, you just wanna be around it. She tries to say nothing can change her. I give her a couple 40s and some Jaeger. Now she acting like a complete stranger.